you can negotiate with insurance companies, and it works more often than you might think. Most people accept the first offer that they get from a claim or a renewal, even when it's too low or even worse, overpriced. In today's video, I will show you how to push back with facts and not emotion. We'll cover what to say, what proof to gather, and how to time your calls appropriately. This applies to auto, home, renters, and even health claims, plus premium renewals. By the end of this video, you will know a simple process that you can reuse for any policy that you have. So without further ado, let's get into it. Insurance companies price offers based on risk, policy language, and claim data. Adjusters aim to close files quickly using the minimum documented amount. If you do not provide strong evidence, the offer reflects only what you can prove today. Many first offers end up leaving out items you did not list or explain in the first place. They also tend to test if you know your rights and the real value of your losses. This is, of course, not personal. It's just a process that rewards complete paperwork and firm requests made on your part. Your ultimate job here is to raise the documented value of your insurance policy with things like photos, estimates, receipts, and a clearly written demand letter. You can negotiate claim amounts, coverage details, and premiums at your renewal date. And for claims, you can push on labor rates, part types, depreciation, and missing light items that could be missing from your overall order. Make sure to ask for more rental car days if repairs are tending to take longer than what the shop's actual estimate is. If your car is totaled, make sure to challenge that valuation with a recent comparable listing as well as maintenance record. For home claims, question scope, or even square footage, material aid, and contract overhead and profit as well. If on health claims, dispute coding errors, out-of-network surprises, and duplicate charges. At renewal, make sure to negotiate the premium, deductible, coverage limits, and discounts by showing rival quotes that you've gotten from other insurance companies. Every single change here must be tied to evidence, not just your opinion. Make sure to start with a written timeline of the incident and the steps that you took after to resolve it. Make sure to take clear photos of image from multiple angles and add date stamps if possible. Also, make sure to do things like save receipts, maintenance logs, and service history to show condition and value. Bulk variable prices from local listings or contractor logs to prove market rates. Also, it's important to ask providers for itemized bills and CPT or part codes. That way you can spot any issues or discrepancies. And just to make this much more organized, you can put everything in a single PDF file with labeled sections for easy review on your part and the insurance company's part. The clearer your file, the faster an adjuster can justify a higher number for your payout. Based on my estimates and receipts that I have, I am requesting $8,450 to settle this insurance claim. Then just go ahead and state 3 proof points in a very quick and simple way. Mention the fact that you have photos, itemized estimates, and comparable prices. Also, it's important that you go ahead and ask plenty of questions. That way you can get really clear answers from people on what they're actually capable of doing. Questions like, can you update the file for this amount today and not in the later part of the week or some other part in the future? If they push back on this, make sure to ask what specific document could change their decision. Also, make sure to take notes on every goal and repeat the key points back to confirm. After each conversation, send a short recap email that restates your request and lists the attachments based on what your request is. Also, definitely recommend a call early in the week and early in the day when the lines are going to be much shorter. Typically, people are going to be working during this time, so if you find some time to set aside to make that phone call, it's going to be a much quicker process. Also, one of my other big pieces of advice, ask if there are any deadlines on the file in your response to beat them. If a shop or a doctor needs more time, make sure to tell the adjuster the exact date you will send that missing item. There's also the consideration you could put a 48-hour follow-up on your calendar and check in with a short update email. If the file goes quiet, ask for status update and a date for the next review that you want. When you get a verbal agreement, request it in writing before you accept that payment. If payment is issued, make sure to confirm the amount and what it covers to avoid closing out items that you still plan to make sure to confirm the amount that it covers. That way you can avoid closing out items you still plan to claim. Also, consistent follow-ups here can be huge to keep your file on top of the importance list and show you are organized. If the first time you ask these kinds of things in files, there's always the opportunity to ask for a supervisor, which basically just brings in somebody from a high level portion of management that could review your case and try to give you more options to have a solution for you. Also, of course, always make sure to bring the policy into the conversation, reference the exact clauses or endorsements that applies to your specific situation. Ask the adjuster to note your file with your requested amount and 3 key proofs that you are personally ruling on inside of this insurance claim. Also, you can request the internal reasoning for any reduction so you can respond with targeted documents. If a vendor report is the driving number, ask for a copy so you can compare line by line. Make sure to keep your tone calm and factual, since supervisors respond to organized files and much clearer requests in a just generalized, much easier way. And then you can close this whole thing by asking for a date when the review will be complete and put that date onto your calendar. Now, keeping all of this in mind, if you don't even have an insurance policy yet, I would highly recommend getting started with something like State Farm. They're one of the easiest ways to start getting ready with your insurance benefits and get a policy that works for whatever type of coverage you're thinking you might need. If you're interested in getting started with them, make sure you use that link down in the description. Once you click that link, you should be brought to a page that looks something like this one. As you can see on their page here, we can just simply select a type of insurance policy we're looking for, whether it's an auto policy, a motorcycle policy, homeowner policy, renters, small business, and so on. Then we just enter in our zip code and we can start getting a quote for the type of insurance we need and figure out exactly how much it's going to cost us. If you guys have any questions about this process, make sure to comment them down in the comment section. Also, make sure to like this video and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Pause.